Good evening, everyone. How are you all?
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, I hope I have introduced myself in Africa. So everyone knows me. Anyone who don't know about me? Anyone?
Sir, myself, sir, new to the class, Soumya.
Okay. Myself, Gupteswar Kumar. I have done my schooling from Sainik School Amaravathinagar. Then I took admission in Banaras Hindu University and I completed graduation in 2021. Then again from the same university I completed post graduation and currently I have given interview for PhD. So I am hoping for getting admission in February end month. So let's see. And actually I have cleared NDA 4 times written exam. Then this cdse I have cleared 3 times and AFCAT I have cleared 5 times. So I have a little experience in this written exam. So according to that, all my experience, I'll be teaching you all those things which will be helpful for you in this written exam. So if any doubt or anything regarding all these serious exam GS classes, you can ask from me anytime on WhatsApp or during class time also. If we have time, you can ask during that time also. Okay, so any other thing you want to know about me?
No, sir. Thank you, sir, for the introduction.
Okay. How many of you have written this AFCAT exam? Okay, how was your exam? And I had taught you like geography and history. So how many questions came from that all those syllabus which I taught you? Anyone? Any question? Anyone tell me how was that? Whether it was helpful for you or not? Okay, from NDA batch also anyone there? From NDA batch anyone there? Yoga Priya, I think so. You are from NDA batch. Are you there, Yoga Priya?
Yes, sir.
You are from NDA batch, no?
Yes, sir. NDA batch.
So anyone else from NDA batch? Anyone else from NDA batch here? Okay, only Yoga Priya is there. Okay. See, today we'll be seeing about geography, geological time scale. And geography in previous exams, we used to get questions like 70 to 22 questions. Sometimes it goes to 23 questions also. And for NDA exams, you'll be getting like 9 to 13 questions in middle of that. So geography syllabus, geography portion is like a scoring one. If you have through the syllabus of everything in geography, then you can easily score like 20 marks in CDS, and NDA one question 4 marks means you can score nearby 40 marks easily. So we will be seeing about all those syllabus and everything which are being asked in these recent exams. And for NDA exams, like you have to go like from basics, only questions will be asked, not that much deep. But for serious exams, they will go for deep syllabus, deep all this syllabus and everything. So you for all those serious aspirant guests, please study full deep, all everything in deep manner, so that you can answer all those questions. Because see, if you are not through your concept or anything, then you will be not able to get to the correct answer. So we will be teaching all those things, everything. And for NDA, that Yoga Priya, I will be saying about which one is important for that NDA syllabus. So for that, you particularly focus on that one also. And for CDS, everything is important, which I am going to teach here. So, okay, anyone else who is new here, who was not there in the AFCAT batch? Anyone here? Anyone new to here in CDS batch who was not there in the AFCAT batch, except that one person who spoke to me now? Anyone else? All are from AFCAT batch. Okay. No issues. See, today we'll start studying. First, we'll see in geography what are all the syllabus that used to come in serious exam as well as in NDA exam also. See, geography, geomorphology. In geography, there are a lot of sub parts. They are like geomorphology, climatology, oceanography, human geography, environment and ecology, and geography of India. And this geography of India is most important Because from geography of India in NDA also, like you'll get most of the question from geography of India only, and in CDS also sometimes what will happen, UPSC don't know anything. UPSC they might ask questions from particular that syllabus only, or they will ask from whole syllabus. So like if you'll see 2023 first April month question paper, you will see from geography of India there were like nearby 12 to 15 questions. So geography of India will be our more main focus. But for studying geography of India, we need to study like mountain ranges, rivers, physical features and everything. So for that, first we'll study geomorphology. If we understand geomorphology, then only we'll be able to understand about all those physical features like mountain ranges, rivers, passes and everything, how they are formed. And if you are through geomorphology, then you will be easily to recall in this geography of India once we study all those locations and everything. Okay, so today in geomorphology, first we will see. Actually, I have not brought the questions of NDA exam, but we'll see the questions of. See, all these questions are from geography in CDS 2023, that September month exam which had taken place. So all those questions are from that paper. See, I have taken a screenshot and I have presented you here. Today, okay, all these questions, nearly like 22 questions came. 22 questions. And in CDS exam, mostly you have to focus in geomorphology. You have to focus on all those mountains, formation of how those are formed. And if we are clear to that mountain formation, then we'll be able to know about all those mountains, where they are located. That also we'll discuss. And we'll also see map also. And if you have atlas, then also keep your atlas with you when we are going to study geography from tomorrow onwards, not from today. See, from geography, like geomorphology, mountain formation, then how all those river landforms are formed, and these river landforms, then wind landforms, glacier landforms, all those questions are asked repeatedly from this geomorphology. So at least we are expecting one question, one or two questions from this geomorphology. And these landforms, about landforms formed by rivers and everything, that they are asking in each paper. So we need to be clear to this syllabus. So just wait a minute, I've got a call. Okay, yes. So say in geomorphology you will be getting all those questions. Then from climatology, if you have a notebook with you, just mark those, just write it what I am saying, because from that questions repeatedly it has been asked. So from geomorphology, about landforms it has been asked. So landforms, then mountain ranges, and in this syllabus also we'll see about all those locations, important locations of mountain ranges and everything. Then from climatology we'll be seeing about clouds. Clouds, each year in each paper they are asking about clouds. So we'll see about clouds also. Then oceanography, this is not that much important, but in oceanography we will see about La Nina, El Nino. From these also question is asked, like from oceanography application based question is asked. Then ocean currents also you must study, and for NDA ocean currents is most important. So NDA gas study about the ocean currents. Then from human geography application based questions will be there. Then from environment and ecology, like national parks, then about resources and all those climate change and United Nations organizations, about all those things will be asked. Then from geography of India, many questions will be asked, like mountain passes, then highways, railways, rivers and its tributaries, then rivers and tributaries. Then you will see about physical features, like they might give you application based questions, like they might give that a state which has, name the state which has 3 physical features of India. So like that questions might be asked, application based. So that also we'll be seeing. And see, questions like, see, from atmosphere question is there. So atmosphere already we have seen in the FCAT also, but we'll see here also because some new persons also have joined. Then study importantly, even NDA person also study about sustainable development. That we'll see here also, and if you have your time, study by yourself also about sustainable development. Then see about this wind erosion question will come. Then about agriculture. Agriculture is also one most important part about Indian agriculture. In this I have not mentioned here about agriculture, but from agriculture also questions will be asked. All those questions I have marked. Then see about Himalaya. In Indian geography, Himalaya is the most important. From Himalaya also 1 or 2 questions will be there. And for even for arranging from north to south, like mountain ranges of Himalaya, they might ask north to south or east to west. Light questions might be asked. So light questions also will be there. So we'll see, first we'll study the whole syllabus, then we'll see all questions, and in description we'll see the answer also. So that we are clear, we have the clear understanding of whole syllabus, then you can easily attend all the questions in geography. Then about this lines in India also it is asked, so that also we'll see about lines, and about plateau and mountain range. See, all these questions has been asked, so we'll see that also. See about clouds. In each year about clouds, at least 1 question will be there. 1 or 2 questions will be there compulsory. So we'll have the clear understanding of clouds, so that we'll be not missing any question if question comes from the clouds.
Sir,
Yeah, tell me.
the slide is not changing, sir. It is in first slide.
It is first slide only. 1 minute. Okay, now okay. Now can you see?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now is the slide changing? Can anyone confirm me? Now is the slide changing or not?
It is in 10th slide now, sir.
Okay, it's changing now?
No, sir.
Okay, we'll see from here itself. So now here slides are changing or not? Can anyone confirm me here slides are changing or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now can you see the other slide? Geological time scale?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Okay, so all these questions we'll study, and at last after the ending of the class we'll see all those questions and answers also, so that you all have the clear understanding of it, and you all can know about all those how to attend the questions also. And see, now in this class we'll discuss about all the questions, how many questions come from each subject. See, in GS paper there will be 30 questions from science, like physics, chemistry, biology. Then there will be like 17 to 22 or 23 questions from geography. Then 70 to 20 questions from history. Then 15 to 20 questions from polity. And then from current affairs we will get like 12 to 13 questions. And from economics also we will get the same amount of the questions. Sometimes what happens, economics and current affairs, they used to mix and they used to ask. So you must be through that also. And some questions might be asked from miscellaneous, like static GK and defense GK. So that also will be asked. And from defense, study about current affairs, defense current affairs also. So including defense current affairs and static GK. So that questions like you'll get 3 to 5 questions at least. So study about that one also. Okay. So now we have discussed about all this. And NDA person Yoga Priya, I think so already I have discussed in one extra classes. Yoga Priya, are you there? Yoga Priya, are you there? Okay. No issue. Okay. So today we'll be seeing about the geological time scale. See, for understanding this geomorphology and everything, first we need to understand about geological time scale, how Earth is formed, how Earth was, how mountain ranges was formed, and everything. So we'll studying this time scale. We'll see all those times and everything. So then only we'll be able to know about this current age, like now in which period we are or in which age we are. So we'll seeing about that everything. So in geological time scale, see, geological time scale means what? How Earth has been formed, that is known as geological time scale. See, here I have put on the slides. The geological time scale is a vital tool for scientists studying the history of the Earth. So time scale, that is that period of studying the history of Earth. So how evolution of life took place, how changes in Earth's climate took place, then geology, how changed over time. So that we'll study about that one. And see, geological time scale is divided into subparts, that is eons, eras, periods, and epochs. So that you must know. See, now we have years, months, then weeks, days. So similarly, like how we are, like it's going in descending order, means years is the highest, means years means it has 365 days, like that. So similarly, it happens here. Eons is the longest one, and in which eons is the era is the sub part of eons. Then periods is the sub part of era, and epochs is the sub part of periods. So it will be like going on in descending order. So first is eons, era, periods, epochs. So see here, eons. So this one is the bigger one. Then era, then period, then epochs come. That epochs, that is like age and everything. So eons. First we'll see, if you have notebook, yes, write it down. The geological time scale divided into eons. So eons is the largest period of that geological history of the Earth. So after that, eons are further divided into era. Then after that, era is divided into periods, and then period is subdivided into epoch. So that we study. Okay. See, in doing this geological time scale, all those see, first Earth was in like molten magma. It was fully heated. Then after it slowly started cooling down. Then it became like snowball Earth. Then after that, there were volcanoes. So during that time, this formation of mountain ranges and everything was there. So when this magma lava, when it was falling, that time after when it cooled down, that time many things buried inside the earth. So after long years, that become fossils. So that fossils, like it will be arranged in layers. So as we go down, if you want to study about the earth, so how we are studying? We are studying about the earth like carbon dating, that technology known as carbon dating. So as we go down, so if we are going deeper into us, so we'll be knowing about the older rocks. Then again, if you come little above that one, then you'll be knowing about that layer of that rocks, that during which time it was formed, and what are the type of that rocks and everything. So that will be seeing in this also. So fossils provide a record of past life on Earth, and the distribution of fossils through time can help scientists identify when certain organisms evolved or went extinct. See, like dinosaurs, it was doing like long back era in pre-Cambrian era, just after the pre-Cambrian era, like Jurassic era. So during that time it was there dinosaurs, and then after they went extinct. So like that, we'll be seeing about in all these eons, periods, and era, and you'll be seeing that during which time life formation took place, and during which time some parts like dinosaurs, during which time they got extinct. So that everything will be seen. Okay. The subdivision of the geological time scale are arranged in a hierarchical manner with eons with the largest units. So eons is the largest units. So no need to study, just I have mentioned to make you the clear understanding. But you must remember that eons is the largest unit. Then after that, era comes. Then after that, period comes. Then after that, epoch comes. So if they ask for arranging, like if they give the options of eons, epoch, periods, and era, and they ask for arranging, then you must be able to arrange that time scale. So first you'll get eons, then you'll get era, then period, then epoch. So you must be able to arrange all those things. Okay. The geological time scale provides a framework for the study of Earth's history and evolution of life on the planet. By dividing geological time into a smaller, more manageable units, scientists can better understand the sequence of events and the relationship between them. So now we'll be seeing, now we'll study about what is known as eons, what is era, and what is period, and what is epoch. So eon, say, okay, I think so everyone would be clear about the million years, billion years. So 1 million means how much lakh years? 1 million means 10 lakh. Then 10 million means it will be 1 crore. Then 1 billion means it will be 10 crore. So like that you must be clear through all those things. See, first we'll see the eons, the largest time period of the geological time scale. GTS means geological time scale. So that represents billions of years. So there are only 4 eons in the Earth's history. That is Hadean, Archean, Proterozoic, and Phanerozoic. So this Hadean is the oldest one, and now we are in the age of Phanerozoic eon. Okay, so you must know that now we are in the age of Phanerozoic eon, and this Hadean is the oldest one. Then after that Archean comes. See, during this period, in Hadean period only, our Earth was in it was in hot molten magma type. Okay, it was not that all those plateaus, landforms, nothing was there. That time it was like how a volcano comes out of from the earth. That time it was like hot molten magma. Then during the Archean time only, what happened? During that time, Earth started cooling. Then that time only, this rock and landforms started forming. So about Archean, you will be studying about the rocks also. That is one Archean gneiss and Archean schist. So that rocks also you will be studying. Then in Proterozoic eon, in this period what happened? In this period, there were formation of cyanobacteria. That was a single-celled bacteria. So they were like they were living on the earth due to anaerobic respiration. So they did not need oxygen. They were living on carbon dioxide. So during this eon time, there was no presence of carbon dioxide. Only during this time, Phanerozoic era, the presence of oxygen came. So we'll be seeing about all those also. Then next comes the era. Era means a division of an eon representing tens to hundreds of millions of years. The Phanerozoic eon, which began about 541 million years ago, is divided into 3 eras. See, eon is divided into there is 4 eons, that is era, that is Hadean, Archean, Proterozoic, Phanerozoic. Then era is subdivided into Paleozoic, Mesozoic, Cenozoic. Okay. Now we are in Phanerozoic eon, that is subdivided into Paleozoic, Mesozoic, and Cenozoic. Okay. Now here we come. So see, we'll see about all these also, about Paleozoic, Mesozoic, Cenozoic. We'll see about all those things what happened during this time. So we'll be seeing about that also. Okay, now about period. So this is the division of an era. So if you are asked to arrange in hierarchical order, so first is eon, then next is era, then next is period, then last one is epoch. Okay, then after epoch means age comes. So that is not to study, but you must remember all this in hierarchical orders. So a division of era representing millions of years to 10 of millions of years. For example, the Mesozoic era is divided into 3 periods. That is Triassic. Yeah, any doubt? Any doubt in this? Okay. So see, in this period also, in Mesozoic era, that is divided into 3 parts. That is Triassic, Jurassic, and Cretaceous. Okay. Then next comes the epoch. So a division of a period representing hundreds of thousands of years to tens of millions of years. the Cenozoic era is divided into three epochs, that is Paleogene, Neogene, and Quaternary. So this is about epoch. So first we'll see about the Precambrian eras. See, actually now see, in this era about Proterozoic, Archean, and Hadean, about these eons, we don't have that much history. Actually, that time there were no life were available on the earth, so we don't have any evidence or anything. And if we have also evidence, that has not come, is still not yet known to us. So we'll be not going in deep inside all these three parts about Proterozoic, Archean, and Hadean. But now we are in Phanerozoic era, Phanerozoic eon. So we'll be seeing about this period only, all those everything. But you must remember only these things about this in arranging hierarchical orders. So all these periods are known as Precambrian era. And then from here about Phanerozoic eon, this is known as Cambrian era. So these three in Precambrian era, then from here Cambrian era starts. So see, in Precambrian era what happened? That time origin of, see, in this era only, origin of earth took place. That is during the Archean and Proterozoic only. That time origin of earth started. So origin of earth that happened around 4.5 billion years ago. So when earth was found, that time what happened? That time earth was rich in hydrogen, helium, CO2 and nitrogen. But during that time in Precambrian era, oxygen was absent. So and in Precambrian era what happened? That time you would have a study about this, all this Pangea, Panthalassa, Tethys, that also you will see, that you would have seen. So in that Precambrian era what happened? That time only that Tethys, Pangea and Panthalassa, they started moving. So during in that time formation of oceans, then like mountains like Aravallis, origin of life in the form of anaerobic respiration, that is unicellular bacteria, that took place around 2500 million years ago. Blue green algae originated. Then see how the life, this about the oxygen process started. In Precambrian era what happened? I talked about the cyanobacteria. So that time they were doing anaerobic respiration, and they were living on the earth by inhaling CO2, not oxygen. So cyanobacteria, blue-green algae, that also come in the cyanobacteria. That time blue-green algae originated. Then during that time photosynthesis process started. So during the photosynthesis process, what happens? They used to take CO2 for doing for preparing their foods and everything. So they used to absorb, and then after that, how like a tree, how they used to do photosynthesis, that you would have seen. See, tree, they used to do photosynthesis by taking the carbon dioxide, and after that they used to release oxygen. So similarly in that Precambrian era, during that time blue-green algae, that time when it originated, then that time photosynthesis process started. So when photosynthesis process started, they started releasing oxygen. So during after that only this oxygen started, evolution of oxygen started. Then after that formation of life took place, because that time before evolution of blue-green algae, that time we need to have oxygen. So during that time, before blue-green algae, there was no formation of life on the earth. So after when the photosynthesis process started, then the evolution of oxygen took place. Then after that, life formation took place. So that photosynthesis process started in this Precambrian era. Okay. So in this eon, we'll see about the Precambrian era. In that Precambrian era, this about the Hadean era, Archean eon, Archean eon, and Proterozoic eon. We'll see about all those. See, in Hadean, this one is the oldest one. So in that, during that one, formation of moon took place. That is 4.5 billion years ago. Then during that time bombardment happened. So during that time only all the earth was in like hot molten magma. There were no presence of oxygen. Then earth cooled to form solid crust. So during this time they started cooling, and during Archean ion time only that full earth became into the solid crust. And that time see temperature was like 230 degrees Celsius, and that time there were many atmospheres, and that time CO2 was like heavy. So that time CO2 that capacity CO2 limit was more during that time in Hadean ion. Then during that time liquid oceans formed. Then they were no that time see why we are not studying about this pre-camera, because that time there were not any records or anything there, any records anything is not available. So we are not studying that much deep about these ions about pre-Cambrian era, but we will study about the Phanerozoic ions. See, in Archean ion, beginning of life cycle, that cyanobacteria, that 3.5 billion years ago, that started. So then that time only earliest fossils had been seen. Then that time prokaryotic organisms were evolved. That is single cell bacteria. Then in Proterozoic ion, that time what happened? That time oxygen production started due to the photosynthesis done by this cyanobacteria, that is blue-green algae. So during this in prokaryotic ion, eukaryotes, that is multicellular organisms, that time they started evolving. And during this time only, that earth became snowball earth. Snowball earth means what? First, during this time, it was like hot molten magma. Then after it started cooling. Then after cooling, it became like ice, or like water types. That is like solid water. So that time that was known as snowball earth. And that time, during that time, there was a formation of earth took place that was known as Rhodina. So that also we will study. Then after that, in this ion only oxygen production started. So that is about the ions. That is about the pre-Cambrian era. So now see everything in detail I have mentioned here about the which are era, which are period, which are epoch. All these things are mentioned. So now we'll see about the we have a study about the pre-Cambrian era. Now we'll see about the Cambrian era. Now in the Cambrian era, in era we'll see about like we have seen in era this is divided into Paleozoic, Mesozoic, and Cenozoic. So now we are in the Cenozoic era. Then Cenozoic also is divided into subparts like tertiary, quaternary, then Eocene, Holocene, Pleistocene, like it is subdivided. So that also we'll see. So first we'll see about the Paleozoic era. Okay. Now division of geological time. So pre-Cambrian, that time 88% of Earth history that time started. Then in Paleozoic, Paleo means ancient and Zoic means life. So ancient life. So in 544 million ago, that time this Paleozoic era started. Then Mesozoic, Meso means middle and Zoic means life. So middle life. So that is 245 million years ago. That year started and that lasted in 180 million years ago. And Cenozoic means now we are in the Cenozoic era. That is recent life. So 65 million ago continues through present day. Today we are in the Holocene epoch of the Quaternary period. So remember about this one. We are in the Cenozoic era, but we are in the Holocene epoch. And eon means we are in the Phanerozoic eon. And Cenozoic era, then Holocene epoch, and that is Quaternary period. So remember about this one. Okay. See, about pre-Cambrian era, we had studied about this blue-green algae, and then we had studied about the Hadean period, that is during that time ocean continents that started forming. Then atmosphere that is rich in carbon dioxide. Then doing in After Archean period, we had the Proterozoic period, that time blue-green algae. Then after it, we had the arthropods, soft body, that is invertebrates in the oceans. Okay. Now we'll study about the Paleozoic era. So this Paleozoic era is subdivided into Cambrian, Ordovician, Silurian, Devonian, Carboniferous, Permian. So about all these things we'll study. See, in Cambrian era, see, this is from oldest to youngest. Like from Cambrian, Cambrian is the oldest one, Permian is the eldest one in Paleozoic era. So Cambrian, if they ask for arranging, so you must remember about the Cambrian, then Ordovician, Silurian, Devonian, Carboniferous, then Permian. You must know about this arrangement because this question has been asked in the UPSC civil service. Still now it has been not asked in the cdse exam, but about the Ion epoch period and era, about that one it has been asked in the cdse exam, and about this one has been asked in the civil services also. So remember the order in hierarchical order from oldest to youngest. So in that Cambrian era, that period is from the 505 million years to 570 million years ago. So during that time in Cambrian era, there was no terrestrial life, only that ocean lives were there. So in Cambrian era, there was no process of lives on the continents, but this was the era of marine in the multi-breeds. So if question come, which era was the era of marine in multi-breeds in ocean? So that is Cambrian era. So you must remember. So now see in here invertebrates were there. Then Ordovician era, what happened? That time first fish were seen. So doing this in Ordovician era, that took place in like 438 million ago to 500 million years ago. So that is, this is the time period of Ordovician era, and during this time only first fish evolution took place. So in Cambrian era we had the marine invertebrates. Then Ordovician era, that time first fish evolution took place. Then in Silurian era, the first trace of the life on land planet that took place. So that Silurian era is between 408 billion years ago to 438 billion years ago. You don't remember this era, years and everything. Just remember about the order of this era. Remember the orders, because that they will ask for arranging. They will not ask for years and everything. They won't go that much deep about all those years. So remember this, and remember about this formation, evolution of first fish, then evolution of marine breeds, and then all those evolution of life on the earth. So remember about that one. So in Silurian era, that time only first trace of the life on land planet took place. Then in Devonian era, that time amphibians evolution took place. So in Devonian era, that time see first fish, we have seen that evolution started in the Ordovician era. But in Devonian era, that time what happened? Age of fish started. In Devonian period, amphibians age started, and also the age of fish started in the Devonian period. Then now about the Carboniferous period. See, Carboniferous period, in Carboniferous period what happened? Carbon. So carbon means, you all know that carbon means it will be coal. So coal, diamond, graphite, everything. That is carbon. So Carboniferous period means coal base. So there were a lot of coal-based evolution took place in Carboniferous period. And that period is between 286 million years ago to 360 million years ago. And in Carboniferous period only, first reptiles were seen. See, in Cambrian era, this marine invertebrates were there, but in Carboniferous period, that vertebrates evolution took place. See, all these eras like Devonian, Ordovician, Cambrian, in that all those marine invertebrates were there, but in Carboniferous period, that time first reptiles and vertebrates were seen, and Carboni means coal. So that coal beds were also present. So in Carboniferous period, what happened? They were in Carboniferous period, large amount of vegetation were present. In Carboniferous period, what happened? They went down below the earth, like they went to the below the water table. So that time what happened? That the living sediments were trapped to give rise to coal. So how that coal formation will take place? Like after, suppose if earthquakes or volcanoes or anything comes, during that time what happens? That many particles, many living organisms are there buried into the deep inside the earth. So after that, that will give rise to the coal formation. They will start decaying, then they will start becoming fossils. Then coal formation, or in the type of like gas, shale gas or natural gas, or like petroleum, that will start taking place. So in Carboniferous period, what happened? That large amount of vegetation went below the water. Then doing that, what happened? The living sediments were trapped to give rise to coal. So that most of the coal in the world belongs to Carboniferous period. But see, in most of the coal in the world belongs to Carboniferous period. But in India, we have new coal form, newly formed coal. We have that one. So if you study about this coal types of coals, so that we will be seeing about the anthracite, bituminous, lignite, peat. So peat is the newly formed coal, and anthracite is the oldest coal. So anthracite is the purest coal. So that you are studying in chemistry also. See about that one also. Otherwise, you see about this one also. And in India, we have the mostly bituminous, that type of coal, and the anthracite type of coal that is present in only one place, that is in Jammu and Kashmir, that is near Kalakot in Rajouri district. So if you have note, just note it down. If you have notebook, just note it down somewhere, that in India, anthracite type of coal is found only in the part of Kalakot area, that is in Rajouri district of Jammu and Kashmir. So note that one, because that questions might be asked, and that question have been asked, in which part of India anthracite type of coal is found. So that is in the area of Jammu and Kashmir, Kalakot area. So remember about this one. So if you have your notebook or anything, just note it down somewhere. Actually, I have not mentioned about that one in the slides, so note it down somewhere. And in all other parts, mostly like Gondwana coal, that is a bituminous type of coal. Okay. And see, anthracite coal is used for the formation of steel. So that is one extra knowledge. So just see about that one also. Okay. Now we'll see about the Permian period. So that Permian period, during this time what happened? This reptile started dominating. They started replacing amphibians. So that was the period from 245 to 286 million years ago. So that is about the Paleozoic era. Okay. Now we say about the Paleozoic era, and about all those periods, about an arranging of hierarchical order of all those periods. Remember that one also, and what are the evolution took place during that time. So remember about this one also. Okay, so now we'll see about the Mesozoic era. So that Mesozoic era is from 65 million years ago to 245 million years ago. So this is also known as the period of mammals era. During this time, mammals evolution took place. Then Mesozoic era is subdivided into Triassic period, Jurassic period, Cretaceous period. So Mesozoic era is divided into Triassic, Jurassic, then Cretaceous. So this is the oldest one in Mesozoic era. So this is also in hierarchical order from oldest, Triassic oldest to youngest Cretaceous. So know the arrangement of this one. So first we will see about the Triassic period. So during the Triassic period, what happened? That frog and turtles and all those amphibians, evolution took place, and they started it started taking place in large numbers. So in Triassic period we have the frog and turtles. Then in Jurassic period, that is also known as age of dinosaurs. So age of dinosaurs is Jurassic period. Then in Cretaceous period, that time dinosaurs became extinct. So in Cretaceous period, extinction of dinosaurs due to large scale of volcanic eruptions. See, dinosaurs were like, they had a large amount of body. Means they were huge. They were huge, more bigger than elephant also. So they were not ever knowing about the how to live on the earth. Means how they will adjust and everything. So during that time, what happened? There was large amount of volcanic eruption, and during that time, what happened when volcanic eruption took place? So that time, these dinosaurs they started burying deep down the earth. So that time, extinction of dinosaurs started. So that extinction of dinosaurs and volcanic eruption that took place, and that is due to the cooling of earth and meteor collision on the earth. So that volcanic eruption took place due to cooling of earth and meteors collision on earth. So about meteors also you must know, like how this lunar lake is formed. That is formed by the meteors. So we'll see about that one also. So during the Cretaceous period, due to large scale volcanic activity, there was formation of volcanic plateaus over the earth. So during this period only, that extinction of dinosaurs started, and there was formation of volcanic plateaus over the earth. And during this time only, in India we have the Deccan lava plateau. So during that time only, this Deccan lava plateau was also formed. So Deccan lava plateau, that in India, then Siberian plateau, that is in Russia, then Colombia Snake Plateau, that is in USA. So during this Cretaceous period only, all these plateaus started forming. So in Cretaceous period, we have the extinction of dinosaurs, then formation of plateaus, and there was the eruption of there was volcanic eruption due to the cooling of earth and meteors collision on earth. Okay, so this was about the Mesozoic era. So know about all this arrangement, hierarchical order, and know about the evolution of that particular species. Okay, so now we'll see about the Cenozoic era. Here spelling that's written is wrong. That is C-E-N-O-C-I-A will not come. C-E-N-O-J-O-I-C. So that is Cenozoic era. That is from 65 million year ago to the present time. So now we are in the Cenozoic era, and we are in the Quaternary period, and in epoch we are in the Holocene epoch, and we are in the eons of which one? That is Phanerozoic eons. So remember about that one. So that Cenozoic era, that is subdivided into tertiary and quaternary period. So tertiary and quaternary period, and in tertiary period that is subdivided into epochs, different types of epochs. That is Paleocene, Eocene, Oligocene, Miocene, Pliocene. So that Paleocene is from 57 million years ago to 65 million years ago. During this time, what happened? Small mammals like rat, mice, and everything, that evolution took place. Then in Eocene era, we had the rabbits and hare. Then Oligocene, that anthropoid, ape that are like ape like us. So that time evolution took place. Then in Miocene era, we had the flowering plants, trees, and ape. So that flowering plants and trees that took place in Miocene era. Then in Pliocene era, we had the early human ancestor. So that time, that evolution of human species took place in the Pliocene epoch, and that is during the tertiary period. Then in this Cenozoic period, about tertiary quaternary period, then after it we'll see also about the Anthropocene age. Okay, now we are in the Anthropocene age, that is the last 2000 years when modern human beings have dominated. So that is known as Anthropocene age. So remember about that one. And okay, just note it down about the Anthropocene age, because that is not there in the slide. So note it down. It is the last 2000 years when modern human beings have dominated and hence have caused the modification of atmosphere or climate by deforestation, agriculture activities, changing the land use, burning the fossil fuels, and modification of microclimate. So you must know about the Anthropocene age. Now we are in the Anthropocene age. Okay, so we have seen about the tertiary period and about all this Paleocene, Eocene, Oligocene, Miocene, Pliocene, all those epochs we have seen. Now we'll see about the Quaternary period. In Quaternary, that Quaternary period is subdivided into Pleistocene epoch and Holocene epoch. So in the Pleistocene epoch, that time Homo sapiens, evolution of Homo sapiens started. So first it was started that human ancestor started in the Pliocene epoch. Then in Pleistocene, Homo sapiens, all those started evolving. Then Holocene epoch, that time all that modern man, that during in this Pliocene age time, that human ancestor time, we had tail. Then after this Holocene age, that modern man. So during that time, after that, our tail was extinct, and now we see everyone have the tail bone. So tail has been extinct, and now this modern man evolution started. That evolution took place in Holocene age. So now overall, now we are in the Phanerozoic Eon, Cenozoic era, Quaternary period, and Holocene epoch. So remember about this one, and remember about the arrangement in hierarchical order. Okay. So all these was about the era, epochs, and everything. And I have brought some diagrams also. We'll see a little about that one. So see, we have seen here that earliest life, that cyanobacteria and everything. Then invertebrates took place in that Paleozoic era. Then there was marked extinction of that dinosaurs in the Mesozoic era, extinction of dinosaurs. Then in Cenozoic era, human beings started evolving. So see, all those in diagrams also it has been mentioned. See, in pre-Cambrian era, that Hadean earth started forming. Then Archean oldest rock. If oldest rock comes means that is Archean. So that oldest rock earth first started forming. Then Proterozoic Eon, life begins in sea. So marine organism started. And then in the Phanerozoic Eons, that is subdivided into Paleozoic, Mesozoic, and Cenozoic, and that we have seen about all those era. So Paleozoic here, Cambrian, in Cambrian period, first fish, then first chordates, that animal with backbone, that evolution took place. Then Ordovician, major diversification of animal life. Then Silurian, first vascular plants, that plants started evolving. Then in Devonian period, amphibians, then that fish diversity, all everything they started evolving in large numbers. Then Carbonic phase period, trees, seeds, ferns, and everything that started evolving, and coal formation also started. Then in Permian period, we had the major extinction. Then reptiles diversity, that everything started. Then in Mesozoic, Triassic, first mammals, first dinosaurs. Then in Jurassic period, dinosaurs diversity, and they started extincting. Then birds were seen. Then in Cretaceous period, extinction of dinosaurs, first primates, that is vertebrates, were evolving. Then flowering plants were seen during that time in Cretaceous period. And now in the Tertiary period, that mammal diversity started evolving. Okay, so now we have finished about all those era, period, epochs, everything. And just here there are some points. Okay, see, all those everything I have mentioned in these slides. Okay, sorry for the inconvenience. Actually, there was a power cut. Okay, Can you see this Ordovician slide?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So see all those everything I have mentioned in these points also. So just go through a study about this one. So in all these slides about about Ordovician era, Silurian era, then about all those Devonian. This is some extra. Just okay, study through it. Then about Permian era, Triassic era, everything I have mentioned. See. So just go through the slides and about Paleozoic era and a little bit description also I will mention in the slides. So when I'll share the slides, just go through all those slides and study and do the revision. So any doubt in this eons, era, periods and epoch? Any doubts in this? Tell me any doubts in this one? Anyone? Any doubt in this one? Okay. I think so. All have the clear understanding of this one. Tomorrow or in these slides only I'll share the questions. Okay, questions of this about the epochs, periods, eons and era. So just try to solve it so that you have the clear understanding of these all those periods, epochs, era and eons, and you won't miss any questions from this one. So this was the clear understanding and clear about all those about this geological time scale. So we have finished about the geological time scale. Tomorrow when we'll come, we'll see about the formation of Earth, like about continental drift theory, sea floor spreading theory, all those things we'll see. Then after that we'll see that about the mountain formation and about how that continent Earth, continent ocean collision, then how plate collision started. That also we'll see. So tomorrow we'll study about the Earth formation and we'll see about that Earth crust also, that core mantle crust. So we'll see about that one also. So today we are finishing with this one. So today that's all for this one. We are finishing with this one, and I'll share the slides in the group. Not now, like by 8 o'clock. I'll share the slides. So just do a revision, and I'll share the question also. So just try to solve it so that you have the clear understanding of it. Okay. So any doubt or anything you wanna ask from me, you can ask from now. Anything?
No, sir. No, sir.
Yeah, tell me. Anyone, any doubt?
No, sir.
Okay, good. Okay, so that's all for today. Tomorrow we will meet again at the same time. And tomorrow ask all your friends, those who are there in the group, ask them also to attend. So that from tomorrow onwards we'll discuss thoroughly about all those earth formation and everything. And we'll discuss about the questions also. Meanwhile, in some questions comes, we'll discuss about that one also. And also after finishing the geography syllabus, then after that we will discuss the previous year questions of cds, like full geography questions will bring. We'll discuss the question also, and after that we'll see the answers also in full description. Okay, so that's all for today. Bye bye, enjoy and attend, just do a revision. So that will be for your clear understanding.